welcome to the first episode of the PaPa podcast. I am your boy, Zach Readalong, and I am here with...
Ryan Promper. Lucas Porpelia.
Howdy ho, I'm Joe.
Well, we're off to a fucking professional start, boys. Just like everything we fucking do here. So, would we like to talk about the origin of this fucking idea?
That is a great topic to start on, Zach.
Quit being so fucking formal. You sound,
well,
you're making us sound scripted.
I'm glad that you mentioned it. Actually...
yes. I remember that story.
I was sucking off a transgender stripper
Oh.
when I got a message. Well, I'm being inclusive, goddammit.
Wait, what?
Transgender stripper. I'm being inclusive, motherfucker.
My morning soda is exploding a little bit.
Oh. Got the Pepsi.
That blue Pepsi.
Blue Pepsi.
Just so everybody's aware, we're sitting around this fucking table in a storage room. And we have beers, we have orange juice, and we have lemonade and a vape.
Very homey.
We are at the height of, what was that? A Jamestown state of mind?
Yes,
That's right, yes. For all
shout
of
out
you
to Poonhound.
yeah, shout out to
Ever wonder
Poonhound.
where the sun goes?
This podcast is already a fucking mess, boys.
Only the best for Poonhound.
The best. So, the origins of this story, it all started off, what was it, two nights ago?
Yes.
Ooh, fuck.
Ooh, there goes that vape, that 50 Nick.
I can smell that Pepsi on your breath.
Okay. It was, what was it? It was 2 days ago. It was like
2 in the morning.
2 in the morning, and I had the bright idea of Pigman Road. And I just sent a text to the group, and I don't have my notifications on, but you tagged me, and so I got the notification, like, oh, someone wants my fucking attention.
It's like, ooh, daddy wants me.
And so then, what did it originally start off with? Just me and you going, me and Zach.
And then Joe out of
then
fucking
Joe
nowhere came in.
Joe, yes, some fucking how we got Joe.
He doesn't leave his house.
No, he
So
don't.
it was a fucking miracle. I didn't even have to tempt him out with Denny's.
You know what I also told my brother? I said, he was like, do you want me to come? I was like,
I'd love for you to come.
no, I meant about to this podcast. He was like, well, you're probably going to talk about Pigman Road. And I was like, no, we probably won't talk about Pigman Road. So sorry, Michael. I have lied to you once again.
Hey, Mike, shut up.
That's right. Shut up, Mike.
Fuck you.
That has to be our first trademark. Or like just when we're selling merch, a picture of Mike and just shut up, Mike.
Fuck.
Anyway, so we all gathered around in the PaPa Squadmobile,
Yes.
which is my '95 Buick Roadmaster. Just a beautiful car. Just makes my
luxurious
heart.
We forgot to
car.
mention how you
Yes.
introduced me.
I was
I was about to get there.
fuck you. Proceed.
I said, hey, why
Well, excuse me.
Well, listen here, you fucking thumb.
A quite sweaty thumb, man.
I'm entitled.
Anyway, so I'm just like, why don't we get Ryan? He was in on this. We got
Then-
basically everyone.
I proceeded to call Ryan, and I quote, this was Ryan's response. Proceed.
Huh?
Followed up by,
Where you are?
and we indulged Ryan out of his house at 2 in the morning.
Yes, I didn't even get the cops called on me this time.
I was so stinky from work, like a little slimy. I had to change into clothes, like a typical human things.
You were like a greased
I
pig.
was
Then about, 2:30 in the morning, and the whole
Boy,
PaPa
Papa.
squad was in the car, and Mike.
and Mike. So, after that, we're driving down to this Pigman Road. And for those of you that don't know what Pigman Road is, it's out towards the Seneca Reservation.
Just fucking look it up.
Yeah. I'm just trying to give them a general
Pigman Road.
God forbid I try to tell them a little bit.
No,
and
fuck them. That's why.
Fuck them, that's why we're doing it live. So we go through this whole excursion. We force Mike out of the vehicle.
Well, he was being a pussy about it. Let's not, because he was like, "I'm gonna take all these pictures." Then we got to the tunnel. He was like, "I'm not doing that."
Now, this tunnel is something out of a fucking horror movie.
Oh,
I
homemade horror
personally,
movie.
yeah, homemade horror movie. They are making a movie about this
It's
fucking
beautiful,
place.
beautiful quality.
Paper factory pig monkey mask.
with the Walmart flannel.
Walmart.
George brand.
Nobody knows any of these references right now. It's like, what movie? We don't even know what Pigman Road is.
With ketchup blood smeared and dried all over the mask.
Yes.
Eating a hot dog.
He ate a hot dog, man. Can we judge him? No. So we finally coerce Mike out into this bridge after we get Lucas to get out of the vehicle.
Yes. If you follow me on Snapchat, I put on my story. You saw me naked.
Yeah,
You saw me naked with my ball swinging.
It was a sight.
Yes. It was a very awkward night for my sexuality. I know that much.
Brought a tear to my eye.
It was like seeing the Statue of Liberty when you're an Italian immigrant. But we got Mike out there, and he was one boring motherfucker. I'll tell you that much.
The first time was fun.
First time, yeah, because he almost
pussy.
broke the
pussy.
freaking center console in my vehicle. Go, don't stop. No. Yeah, sounds like a lot of my relationships. Professional relationships,
Okay.
of course. They just don't like me. Fuck. And so I decide, well, this man's not going to strip like his hunk of a brother. So I abandoned him.
We got him out of the car.
He started sprinting behind the car.
It was, oh my god, what was that one movie, Get Out, or whatever it was, where
The black people?
guy, yeah,
Wow,
I'm sorry to
that-
be blunt here.
that wasn't
the African American.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, he's just chasing behind this vehicle like the night scene when I think, what was
I
he,
know
like a
what
maid
the-
or something like that?
The landlord.
The landlord, yeah.
Yeah.
He starts sprinting through the yard. Well, this is Mike and my freaking brake lights. Because I look at my rear view because I'm braking to slow down. I'm like, okay, we'll let back in. And he's just like Larry the Lobster Red, just
Wait, you guys ever seen like the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, like the black cop guy?
Yes.
Like he's like
yes,
the meme
the
where
way
he's
that he
sprinting.
was, that's what he was doing. That is what he was doing. See, we're very professional.
Yes.
We're being very multicultural.
Might I add, we were already going to go back through, but my dumbass somehow managed to drop my phone in the middle of the road. And all hell broke loose.
You see, when we were leaving, we didn't know that he had lost his phone, but he was just looking for it in the car.
Yeah.
And we drive past these 3 cars, and we're just like, oh wow, that's
hicks.
fucking
Yeah,
some
them some
hicks.
hicks.
Just talking massive shit about these poor individuals.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, I call the phone, and I hear, yeah.
The proper way to
I was just
respond
like,
when
what?
you find a phone.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I think I have the wrong number. Like, I wasn't calling his number that he had just given me. So I was like, yeah, who is this? We just saw this thing flashing under a bridge. I said, oh, we were the car that just drove past. You're just like, oh, okay. So I tell him that we're going to be coming around, and I go up to the guy after we get there, and he proceeds to lecture me.
Yeah.
Mind you, he's not much older than us.
No.
He's got to be 20s at least. And he's just like giving us life lessons, just like, oh, you know, not everybody's nice enough to just return this. I'm just like, okay, listen here,
Yeah, I
r
didn't
slash
think
nice
Fuck
guys.
you, give me my phone.
I didn't think it was give us the phone back. The way he presented himself at first, he
I
had
thought
it
I was-
down by his side.
I thought Pigman Road was gonna get another victim for
Yeah.
a moment.
Fuck that fucking asshole. Then he called me out. He was like, at least you have the common decency to get out of the car. Like, fuck you.
We're gonna sacrifice the fat kid who's driving. That's always nice. So after this excursion, we decided to go to what was that? Grinsley Hollow.
Guernsey Hollow in
Guernsey.
Fewsburg. That was about 60 miles away.
Dear God, my poor mileage on my car.
For a fucking disappointment.
Yeah.
So we spend, what was it, like an hour driving?
An hour and 10-minute drive at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, mind you, that's when it started off. Was
Yeah.
at 3 in the morning.
I was already on second wind.
Yeah, Ryan had to get on his second wind. He's not used to being up and socially interacting.
Ever.
No one is.
No, it's quite uncommon for us to talk to people. But we drive down, and when I tell you shitty dirt roads, oh my
in
Lord.
Amish country.
Yes.
In Amish.
So this place is supposedly haunted, this cemetery, and I'm already creeped out by that. But then you throw the Amish in, and I'm sorry, but I've seen Children of the Corn.
And
Those fuckers don't fuck around.
And the Froggo.
The 26 fucking
And
frogs
the
we
Froggo.
killed.
It was raining, so there was a lot of frogs out. So it was like bad omens.
It was.
It got so bad that Ryan was counting how many frogs I was hitting along the way.
In my
Breathe,
lucid self was like 24, 25, 26. 26 confirmed kills in the Frog Menace. Motherfuckers wanted to die.
We were
Bad
also-
omen. I'm telling you, the lightning flashes and the fucking frogs willingly fucking killing themselves.
They were, I wouldn't say willingly. They were just in the road and we were deliberately driving over them.
Just because I was
It's
aiming
not
at
like-
one point.
No. It's not like we did it willingly. They motherfuckers.
There were like 10 in the road at one time.
Exactly.
You couldn't dodge them.
Yeah.
No. But we finally get down to the very last road that we have to turn on, where it's supposedly at.
It is at asshole.
Yep, I confirmed it. It is there.
All right. But, and we're relying off of Lucas's drunk and partially sober directions.
Yes.
He wasn't drunk that night, but he had gone there previously this week.
Yeah.
So,
Hammered.
yes.
Inebriated.
Highly inebriated. But
Wobbly.
he's telling us it's on the left and it's a slight vertical incline.
It is.
I looked it up and it was not at that at all. It was just a grassy plain that you drove through.
We 100% passed it multiple times.
4 times.
Yeah,
We passed
4
it.
times.
4 times. And he's like, oh, well, let's do it one more time. So we turn around, go through again. I was like, we're done, bud. We're done. All right. So then I proceed to go 10 miles an hour down the road. Just one final check. Still fucking nothing. I 100% guarantee they moved that place. They dug up the bodies and they moved it to another place, so I couldn't get the piss scared out of me.
All we really wanted to see was a rock graffitied and die.
Yeah, there's a rock right outside this place that just says die on it, and I just wanted a picture of that.
I literally had my face smeared against the window trying to find this place. I was so tired, I just had...
Yeah, I saw you in the back a little bit. See, my vehicle has 2 unworking windows. Unworking, yes. That's the word.
Unworking.
Yeah. And
Out of commission.
out of commission. Zach is poor. So, basically, those 2 windows don't get air.
Oh, it was a sweaty mess back there. Hot and steamy.
You see, I was feeling fine. I had the vents up front, but there's no vents in the back in a 1995 vehicle.
This old car, 95 years old now.
95, yeah, it's a Model A, actually.
Big brain math.
Yes, with 4 bigger than average men sitting in.
Well,
Not
fuck you.
4. I meant
Fuck
3.
you.
I meant 3. 3 bigger than average men sitting in the back, like fucking sardines. It became a hot, sweaty mess.
Yeah.
It was bad.
So every once in a while, I'd bless them with some air with the
Yes.
one working window back there. Because,
Yes.
see, with those windows being broken in my car, I have them locked so that nobody can mess up and make them pop out of the track. So I am the god in my car. I roll down the window. It was like, you guys have like a minute.
Breathe, peasants.
Mike's in the middle going, basically orgasming over the air. He's like, oh, sweet Christ.
Oh, it feels so good.
And that's when I would roll it back up. It's like, that's a little fucking weird, bud. I'm not going to lie. I don't think anybody should be getting off that hard to air.
I felt like a small drizzle of rain in the desert. That's how bliss it felt.
That moment, like in the cartoons when it's an oasis. And you're like, oh my god, this water's great. And then it's just sand. That's me rolling up that window with the oasis just disappearing.
Just wait until it's 90 out, Ryan, and it's blowing hot air at you. You can't open the window.
And you're at the Dunkirk Free Library.
You're suffocating because you just woke up.
It was a good time.
I need me some cold air.
That's a story for another time. Oh,
Morning soda.
Pepsi.
Number 2.
we're doing great, boys. Oh,
Mhm.
I'm not too sure. What should we talk about next?
The conversation that led up to this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Lucas?
Well, I really don't know. Zach, you mentioned something about a podcast, and I'm going to say I really wasn't. It was pretty much Joe, Ryan, and Zach talking about this. Then I butted in. I'm like, I'd love to do a podcast. And this was on, the way back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was on the way back.
we're still on this abandoned road.
Yeah. And then all these ideas started popping up. We came up with the name PaPa Podcast.
I said we should have named it Golden Showers, but nobody liked that one.
Wait, I don't think they heard correctly.
PaPa Podcast.
Dude, if they have
One
a
more
4G
time.
LTE network, they'll get it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to bring that up.
LTE.
I got so bored while driving up to Guernsey Hollow that I was just like,
4 in the morning, this is comedy.
yeah, we're all very tired. We all just want to go home, but we're all reluctant. So we're all just like, oh yeah, hey, there's no signal. Like Lucas warned us, there won't be signal up here.
No.
We didn't listen.
No.
We said, hey, fuck you.
We believed in our Verizon servers.
So everybody else's phone isn't working. It was like, well, my proper 4G LTE network with Verizon's family plan. And I just keep saying
Wait,
there's different versions.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Oh, the 4G family plan from Verizon.
From Verizon.
What,
Verizon.
you get $50 for saying what?
Oh, 4G LTE family
How
plan.
do you spell that?
4G
Okay. Okay.
LTE
Okay. Okay.
family plan.
Okay.
I'm not spelling
Good to
family
know.
plan.
Good to know.
I can spell family plan, I swear. I know how to spell. So this is going on for a while. Then I'm just like, oh, yeah, you peasants. Let me pull up directions. My phone was dead. So 4G LTE family network from Verizon didn't fail me. My phone failed me.
Thank you, Samsung.
Thank you, Samsung.
God bless.
God bless. Yes. God bless.
So on the drive back, as we were saying, we're all just thinking of ideas for this because, it's 4 a.m. Everybody's very passionate at 4 a.m.
Yes.
No, actually, it's closer to 5 at this point.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
early in the morning. Then
Yeah.
the text started bombarding in from my mother. Where the fuck are you?
I just wanted to go home.
I'm with the boys. So, as we're driving, we start noticing there's larger animals.
Oh,
Trying to block us.
Oh God.
It went from frogs to rabbits, and then
dear.
yeah, deer, like 3 deer at a time, like mocking the freaking Holy Trinity, the Knox. So we see them once, and we're like, oh my God, and I swerve out of the way, and everybody's like, well, we're awake now.
We're on our fourth breath.
When you swerve like that, my body compressed into the back of your seat.
By Mike's enlarged breasts.
And he was like, okay, well, hopefully that's the last one for the night. No.
No.
Right before we get into Fredonia, another 3 just pop out of nowhere. I was like, oh my God!
Proceeded with Mike's, hey, motherfucker!
That's how I want to get greeted in the morning. Just, hey, motherfucker! There's very few times that you can say that and it's not a threat.
Hey, Bill. Hey, motherfucker.
How's the kids? They're fine, motherfucker.
Oh, I have a Tinder message.
Ooh. Who's it from?
Hold on. It is loading.
Oh.
Anna Tasha.
Ani?
Nani.
Ani, are you okay?
Yo,
How
send
do
it
you
to
say
Carlos.
that name?
Anastasia?
Oh. I was going to say Anatasha.
Wait, what's her?
Joe is our resident Puerto
There's
Rican.
Tinder.
for
There's no last
family
names on
names.
Tinder, dumb
Well, then
fuck.
fucking excuse me.
Where is she from, does it say?
She is 46 miles away, and
Well-
she just moved here from Ohio. Let's do something fun.
Oh.
You want to do a podcast?
You want to do a podcast? Anastasia, if you're watching this or listening to this, you don't watch a podcast. You should join us. I'm sure that Poonhound here would be more than happy to.
Hello. That is me.
Ooh. Do you hear that soft, buttery voice of a man?
Yeah.
Hey, smooth skin, but
Talking to 110% chiseled steel and sex appeal.
I am from Dunkirk, New York, and I am ready to pork.
He is the Porpiglia.
Yes, very true.
Yes.
Yeah.
The P is not silent.
Yeah, no shit, the P's not silent. How the fuck would you say that?
I like this together, just silence and looking.
How would you say my name? Or Lilia? Or Leah?
This man don't even know his name without some letters.
I graduated.
God.
Oh shit! We gotta talk about the.
Oh,
yes.
no.
Oh yes, Reginald.
So, along with that, right, that's one reason why I was so distracted and almost hit some deer. Me with Ryan right behind me in the car, are just going,
What is that
Reginald.
from? What is
Oh,
that
that's from an Oni cartoons thing.
That was from Beavis and Butthead for whatever reason.
Shut up. Anyway.
Hey,
I'm
Luke.
not Mike!
Hey, Luke. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
hey.
Do it. I'll jump across this table right now, motherfucker.
No, this table's expensive. This is a lifetime table.
This is polypropylene,
Say it.
damn it.
Say it.
Oh,
Jesus!
Holy
Well, there
fuck!
goes the mic.
You madman!
Enjoy that audio, folks. Oh, God. Hope that woke all you up that weren't really paying attention anymore.
PaPa
It went from
podcast,
silence to bang!
now including jump scares.
Now including jump scare. We're very professional here at PaPa LLC.
Very.
No, so we're just making up inappropriate tales. But would you like to give your little catchphrase for the night?
That's why I
There's
thought.
nothing wrong with it.
I don't know.
My wife.
That one. Okay, I thought it was the other things that were said that might
No.
not be socially acceptable to say.
No, that's why I said the catchphrase of the night.
My wife of 30 years, age 18, gender female.
So for all of you that aren't good at math, 30 is a larger number than 18. Why it was 18? I believe I said, oh, my wife, that's 18 years old.
That is 14. Yeah, 14? No, 12. That is 12 years in the fetus.
Mind you, we're all college students. Well, one of us no longer a college student.
I'm going back to college.
You
asshole.
say that every other fucking
Fuck
day.
you!
Jesus.
It's like your dad. It's like, hey, quiet down.
Quiet down. We're currently in the storage room of my house, which was formerly my sister's room, and now it's also my computer room.
It is a beautiful room.
And yes,
It is very beautiful.
it is shit brown and mint green in here.
I smell the aroma.
I'll put a picture. That'll be the picture for the podcast on YouTube.
Okay.
In the background of the podcast, you just see the picture of the room. It's pretty gross in here. I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of
There's some paint splatter on the wall.
It fits the aesthetic of Papa Squad.
It's just a mess. Like
Just thrown together.
Yeah.
Fermented
Different
semen
personalities.
on the ceiling.
I spent all of yesterday cleaning this room, and really that involved pushing everything to the sides of the room and hiding stuff in the attic.
With that Bath and Body Works semi-annual sale with a duck on it bag.
Ask my mother. I don't know. I don't go to Bath and Body.
Zach doesn't cleanse himself.
Hygiene.
I'm a man.
Hygiene.
Which
I'm a
hygiene?
man. I
Who
wash
is
I wash
hygiene?
myself with starch.
Who is hygiene and what is hygiene?
I just use baby wipes.
Baby wipe.
I lick my asshole.
Oh.
To add.
All right. Well.
Alrighty.
It's a daily regimen. Don't make fun of me for it.
Fucking idiot.
He's very self-conscious.
My asshole is a very precious toy.
Wait, what?
That.
My bright
play
pink
with it.
fuckhole.
I play
What?
my fucking fart box, my tuna box, my tuna box, my fart
bright
box.
pink fuckhole. Very professional here.
Yes.
You know what's a good story, Lucas?
What?
That night that you went to Pennsylvania.
Oh, Edinburgh.
Yes, Edinburgh. Care to tell that tale?
Oh, of course.
It's my favorite story.
Why, of course. Well, me being Poonhound, trademark. I was feeling quite horny, and I went out to Mercyhurst, which is about 45 minutes away from Jamestown Community College, and I went out to Mercyhurst to go fornicate with this Irish lady. Just to add, Irish pussy is the best pussy. So if you ever have the chance, skinny, tall, fat, and wide, no matter what, fucking Irish woman.
Did you steal her Lucky Charms?
Oh, I got to the end of her rainbow.
Oh my
I love
god.
seeing the audio here. That's why I keep the screen on.
So, after that, we're going to label that as Tinder 1. After Tinder 1, the deed was complete.
You know you're a man when there's multiple Tinder
Yes.
in one night.
So, and that I was in PA. I'm like, well, I can't be that far away from Edinburgh. And another girl that I fucked, we're going to keep her name, confidential.
We'll call her Bethany.
It's a HIPAA violation.
Bethany had my sweatshirt at Edinburgh. I was like, well, I'm not. It's fucking 2 a.m. I'm out here. Let's go get my sweatshirt. So I pulled up to Edinburgh. I got my sweatshirt. Then I said, fuck it. We're going to go for Tinder 2 for tonight. Really catch AIDS. So started swiping on Tinder. Bang. Matched with a couple chickses. Matched with a couple girls.
Chickens.
And chickens. Matched with a couple girls. And fuck. Let me put down my morning soda so this makes real sense.
Oh, yeah.
Sponsored by Pepsi Blue.
Yes.
Brought to you by Frosted Cornflake. Fuck.
What?
Frosted Cornflakes.
Frosted forfeit.
Frosted
fornication.
Fuck.
You mixed fornicate and cornflakes.
I
That's the opposite of what they were made for, too.
Oh,
no,
not
PaPa.
in my household.
Well, they were made so that dudes don't masturbate.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
shove a whole corn of coffee.
Anywho.
Fuck you,
My ass.
pilgrims.
So, I matched with, a couple girls on Tinder. And I thought, at the time, I matched with a skinny, short, and not fat, yes, Asian woman.
Way to body hate.
That's body shaming.
I thought I matched with I wanted to fuck a chink. Okay.
Whoa. What the fuck?
Sorry. Wanna. It's in my my bucket list. And so I was like, all right,
A woman from the Orient.
This is.
You could have said it like that, not so abrasive, you asshole.
I'm being blunt here. So I said, ooh, this is my time to shine. My time has come for this. So I pulled around to, not even, this will get into it, but this wasn't even her dorm. Morning soda. So I pull up in the parking lot, and she was like, well...
Tell the story slower.
That was way too in unison.
The first red flag for me should have been when she told me, this isn't my dorm, this is my friend's dorm. Well, me being horny at 3 in the morning, I was like, this isn't comprehending well, so...
There's a lot of bad decisions we make at 3 in the
Oh,
morning.
yes. So I said, fuck it. And I ended up agreeing to fuck her in the bathroom. Yes. And so...
Why is a hound?
Then the second red flag, which was, I'm going to have my friends come out and get you. And when I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but now that I am, I was like, why wouldn't the girl I matched with on Tinder come out and bring me into the dorm? So I saw there was this big plus size woman. She came out, but there was this other skinny girl. I was like, all right, this isn't bad. So I walk up, I get in there, and the first thing they offered me was do you want an alcoholic beverage? That's in quotes. I was like, yes, well, fucking course I do. So we got into the room. Well, right before we got into the room, they asked me that question. Soon as I opened the door, there's this fat, tall, Asian whale sitting on the bed, eyes locked in at me. Immediately, I thought to myself,
She want that shrimp.
I said, why me? I said, why me? And usually, my go-to, because I've only been catfished one other time, this is what happened, is I keep condoms in my wallet. So I started scrummaging around in my wallet, and I took the condoms out, and I was just like, I was opening up my wallet, I was like, oh shit, I don't have condoms in my wallet, I need to go back out to my car and grab some. But I actually did think about it for something, that there's 4 college girls in this, there's 4 now, yes. There's 4 college girls in this dorm, one of them has to have a condom. So we're all standing there awkwardly, after I slammed down my Twisted Tea, and they go, "You guys want to play Cards Against Humanity?" Yeah, sure, why not? Whooped ass in Cards Against Humanity.
For pride reasons, Lucas has to state that.
Yes, I must state that. And then, the first thing that this Asian girl said to me was, "You know what? I'm kind of hungry. You should take me to get food." She didn't ask me the question. She said, "You should take me to get food."
Have you not eaten enough?
I'm allowed to laugh. I'm fat.
I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? Pretty much in my head. And so, like, I had this genius idea pop up in my head. As soon as we got done playing Cards Against Humanity, I go, you know what? I am actually kind of hungry. I'm going to go to McDonald's and get some food. And I'm taking down all these girls' orders, and this fat Asian girl keeps on insisting that she's going to come with me. Like, she keeps on asking if I want to come with her. I mean, if she could come with me. I'm like, yeah, like, I don't care. But obviously in the back of my mind, I'm like thinking, God, no. No, please. So, after I got down everyone's order, this girl says, she goes, well, I got to put some pants on. I guess I'm going on a road trip. My heart sunk. My heart sunk. I went, oh, fuck. So I have to think of something. So I started to walk out backwards, and I opened the door. As soon as I open the door, I hear, he's leaving already? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I am. And so then I sped walked down the hallway. Then I got to the elevator, and I keep on turning around, making sure no one's following me. Nothing's there. So I got down to the main lobby.
And she was there.
No. And there's 2 doors you could go out. You could either go out to the door on the left or go out to the door on the right. I went out. I had a burp. No. Oh, fuck.
Ooh, that's
Christ.
hot.
I'm a little wobbly right now.
Alright, there's 2 doors. There's one on the left and one on the right. The door I was supposed to go out was on the left. But me being in the rush state of mind, I went out to the door on the right. So I ended up on the wrong side of the building of where my car is parked. I went, oh, fuck. So I had to go up. I had to take a right. Had to go up, take a left. Then I would go up. Then that's where my car was. So I got to the point where if I just go straight up, my car's right there. But when you get there, you can see the staircase, and this is a glass staircase. So as soon as I got to that corner, I turned around to make sure no one was following me. I turned to my left, and I see these 3 fat women running down the stairs, pointing at me. And I went, oh, fuck. So I bolted across snow, which was a straight path to my car. So I'm about knee-deep in snow, running my ass off. I got in my car. I got out of there. I blocked everyone on. I forgot to mention. I also matched with one of her roommates to make it even more awkward. She was like, "Yeah, I matched with you." I was like, "Cool." So, I got out to the car immediately. As soon as I get on the highway, I'm blocking everyone on Snapchat. I'm like, "So and so is typing block." I'm matched with them on Tinder, and that's the story.
He was a good boy.
Wait, so let me get this straight. So, you went to go to McDonald's, to like get an order or whatever?
No, I said I was going to McDonald's.
Oh.
That was my.
See, that's the escape
Okay,
plan.
That was
sorry.
my escape plan.
I misunderstood.
No, if I end up at McDonald's there and they come there, I'm like, hi.
No, but didn't after this you got into like a little bit of a car accident?
Yes, a little bit. It was raining, and then like I'm fucking putting this 5-minute long story on my Snapchat explaining everything I just told you guys. And then all of a sudden I start hydroplaning. Oh fuck! My time has come. So I hydroplaned right in front of this fucking semi. I ended up in a little snowbank. I turned pitch white. I survived. No damage was done to my fake taxi. And I lived to tell the tale. To tell the tale.
God's trying to strike you down for fat shaming.
Yes, yes, he was.
Like, how dare you?
Yeah. But I'm alive.
I saw that. I remember that I texted you
Mm-hmm.
because he posted this story on his Snapchat, and I just found it to be hilarious. I said, "You know what, dude? I fucking love you." And then all of a sudden, I see the next part of his thing where it's like, "I'm in a ditch." I was like, "Oh shit, are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine."
Yeah.
Well, you have a nice night, sir. Good
Yeah.
luck.
It was bad. It was a long night.
It was a
Very long night.
I was numb the whole
All right.
experience.
Before we go any longer, can we talk about our arch nemesis?
Oh yes.
Already in the one episode.
Alright, so anybody who's a fan of Zack the Beast 403 or anything that the PaPa Squad does knows that we get enemies pretty fucking quick. I had an entire school board against me once. Now we hadn't even started our first episode and we're already being called what was it? Copycats?
Quote unquote copycats.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. First off, it's a fucking podcast. Did you invent podcast? Now, this came in from a user of a now enemy state. The channel is Rob Dulags. I don't know which one of you sent it in. Which one of it?
Hold on.
Her name is was a girl.
It was a girl.
I don't know how in depth I want to go because her mom's my doctor.
Oh, okay.
Well, you
Anyway,
said it.
Yes.
long story short is, Rob, I fucking love you, but never fucking strike your goons on me again. Do you have any idea who you're messing with? I am the Ober Commander. I am the fucking Lizard King, motherfucker. Now, I respect you. I want the best for your podcast. But motherfucker, I expect a little give and take here. A little bit of a give and take. I don't want you just to be jerking me around. I want to have a good time with this. I want to take it slow, one stroke at a time.
So,
I don't want to get fucked straight away. I'm a classy bitch.
Can we give the listeners a little taste of what Rob Dulag sounds like?
Yeah, Rob, here's your shout out to your channel. It's Rob Dulags on YouTube, by the way, folks.
God. Oh, God.
Quality content.
Yep, that's the whole podcast for whopping 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 41 seconds. Let's go. Oh man.
Penis.
Good content, asshole.
I guess people got bored of the whole silent Minecraft Let's Plays.
Oh god.
I can't give Rob too much shit. I mean, even though that's how it... Wow, what is up with me shitting on Rob every time I start something? The first time I started my channel, it was just like, it was shitting on how he does how-to videos. And it was just like, how to open a creamsicle-flavored water. And just like, this is me staring at my feet with my phone for several minutes, because, that's part of the how-to. Fuck!
Wait.
And now we have podcast, and now I'm starting shit again. Well, technically, I didn't even start shit.
No.
They started
Shit
shit.
was brought onto us.
Yeah.
Do you-
So, know that if you are going to go against me and my regime ever again,
yes.
I will find you.
And also, I don't know any podcast that has labeled subscribe in big bold font at the top of the video. Make sure to subscribe.
I'm going to put that at the top of the video.
Go ahead. But fucking Christ, don't shove that shit down my throat one more time.
I'm looking at you, Robert McEwen.
Yeah, so, long story short,
So,
you're messing with the full arsenal of wootism.
Wootism.
PaPa Squad shows. No mercy.
Ich habe Fischläusen in the Hosen.
Yeah.
You got him, guys.
Woo! Fuck you.
Alright. What were you
Can
saying?
I talk for one?
Go on, motherfucker.
Actually, speaking of talking, Joe has
That's
a
what I was
Joe,
gonna fucking
yeah,
bring
Joe.
up.
Joe, say something.
Hi.
You're not eating, you can speak.
We need a story. Oh, Joe, what did you do last night, Joe?
What did I do last night? I fucking woke up at 3.
Oh, no, you told
Wow.
me you were watching this. What were you watching?
Oh, I'm a schizophrenic king. So my paranoid ass was, I was like, the government's gonna fucking nuke me. So I was watching doomsday bunker building videos for 5 hours. Well, I went to bed at 7 this morning. Got woken up, because you guys were texting. Let's do the podcast. I'm like, oh, no one canceled. Fuck.
Oh, Joe, my sweet little introvert, I love you. See, me and Joe are roommates. Yeah, fuck you, Ryan.
Go.
Me and Joe are roommates, and every night that I go out, like, on the weekends and shit, I beg, I plead, I prod. I'm just like, Joe, please come out. You don't have to do anything, just show up.
No.
Nah.
No.
I just ordered a pizza.
That's true. That's true.
Like, I don't give a fuck about your pizza. But yeah, it's a good time.
What are you watching?
It's called My Conversation with Rob Dulags, and it's in a half-crop Skype call.
You have started war, Robert.
I don't even know the guy.
You completely stopped this podcast, because now we're watching your shit.
I'm sorry, it's just, it caught my attention.
I like hearing that background noise.
He's in a wind tunnel.
Quality content.
I don't even know who Robert
you
McKee.
sure?
I never
Got
met
a lot
him.
of static in that room.
Okay, we're done.
I just know that he's an enemy, and now I just hate him.
Zach, do you remember the old Facebook posts on how to shave a beret?
I don't want to talk about that.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Go right ahead, talk about it.
Okay, so the boy here, Zach DeLong, he made a Facebook post for like a ROTC or whatever to teach the cadets how to properly do stuff, and he made a video about shaving a beret because the berets can get a little fuzzy and stuff on the top when you don't take care of them, I guess. But I saw this video, and in my mind I went,
That's it.
so I uploaded a Facebook video of going my name is Zach DeLong, and this is how you properly shave a beret. And I have my beret in this electric razor. And we're first what you need to do is you need to flick this flicky thing. It was the detail part on the electric razor. And I was like, all right, then all you need to do is now you put the electric razor part onto the beret, and then then it cuts off right there. And I thought that was comedic gold.
It is comedic gold.
Oh.
Well,
No,
you see,
fuck you.
This made me so upset that I took down the video on the Rossi page. I said, you know what? I'm fucking done. I'm never helping any one of these fucking shitheads ever again. But, oh man. But since Joe brought up what he was watching last night, I might as well say what I was doing while I was getting spammed.
I was jacking off to ad
To me.
for 4 hours straight.
To me.
To Joe.
Very, very virile. I like
This
that,
tight
man.
little
You
man
need my
pussy.
view.
You got a tight little man pussy, don't you?
Yes.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I was watching on YouTube these First Amendment audits, and if you guys don't know what those are, they're basically some asshole with a camera just taunts cops with their First Amendment rights, does shit to piss people off, is looking for a fight, basically. And I'm watching this, and I'm just thinking, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He goes into a post office, okay? And you're allowed to film in a post office because it's federal property, as long as you're not going in the back. Because, nobody wants their back taken a picture of. Yeah, that was a cheap joke. Anyway. Laugh at me! Laugh at me! Oh. So, all these people are just dude, can you put away the camera? We don't want to be pictured. People at the post office are just can you leave? We don't want you filming in here. And he's just I don't care what you want. The rules on the board say I can. I don't care what the board says. Get out of my post office. Police get called. And then he's just you gotta remember, you're not the feelings police. You're the law police. The law police?
who would have known?
Who would have fucking known? And they're sir, they're just asking you to leave. Well, am I being detained? Goes back to that fucking argument. And just there's nothing wrong with, testing out your fucking rights, but don't be an asshole. Like, I get it, but why would you look for a fight? Don't you fucking look at me.
I did what?
I'm looking for a fight, bitch.
I was scratching my eye.
I have a
Do
question.
you have the right to that?
I have a question for four of you. Do you? I know you do, but do you guys watch like the Indian guys just building
Yes.
pools?
Oh my god.
Dude, I also spend a lot of time watching those.
Fuck.
Because I'm too poor to do it myself, or not physically fit.
You're too poor.
When you're poorer than the people in India.
The fuck?
Literally, like a couple nights, I swear to God, a couple nights ago, I was watching that downstairs on my TV. It was like the middle of the night. I was like, what do I want to watch? Oh, okay. I mean, I saw that time I recommended some guy building a goddamn...
Pool/temple in
Yeah.
the forest.
With a slide.
Yeah.
They always
slide.
they have to have a slide or a pool.
Don't forget those 5-second montage of them swimming.
Yeah.
Then you just hear.
They're going there.
No,
Wash
you-
their stinky bodies.
Yeah.
Well, you figure everybody has those videos that they like that nobody else does. Like our friend Jordan Cooley. Hi, Cooley.
Fuck you, Cooley.
Yeah, fuck you, Cooley. But I love you. He watches homemade rat traps where basically rats drown.
He's our little rat boy.
And there's the same guy that a couple of years back he would watch baby seals getting clubbed. just for the fun of it. Or rabbits being skinned. Like alive.
he wanted to make a game called Clubbing Baby Seal Simulator.
Yeah. But he had that. I had something much more innocent and special sounding. I like to watch dam collapses.
Oh, I
I like to watch child porn.
Whoa!
Whoa! What the fuck?
Whoa!
On the
Whoa.
down low, on the Onion server.
The onion server?
The onion. Oh boy.
Well, to get past that part, what was just said.
I
Holy
don't know if we can get past it. That's not okay.
Oh, it's okay in my mind.
What
Oh,
the?
trust me.
We gotta cut this out.
Nah, fuck it. Everybody's gonna know.
Who knows?
I ain't going
I'd like to-
46 minutes in to just cut out that.
Tell him it was a joke. Tell him.
It was a joke, I'm sorry.
Say it like you mean it.
We don't need the police shutting
Made
us
our
down.
first apology video.
I, behalf of the PaPa podcast.
Oh, don't put us in on this. This is all
No,
you.
I said behalf, as in my part of the PaPa podcast
You've been exiled.
would like to apologize for the rude remark I made. So in the future, if anything were to happen, don't bring this back on me.
It was a joke.
I beg of you.
All right. Anyway.
Anywho, I used to get a kick out of watching like windmill explosion compilations.
Those are fun.
Dude, it's a dark tunnel when you start watching shit just like collapse. Like you start off with like building failures, and then it gets more specific. It just like it's like going on Pornhub and being like, this isn't good enough.
YouTube
So you'll
is a
get some
dark
sicker
tunnel
shit.
to begin with.
Yeah.
You went at 3 a.m.
How
You're
to,
going down some type of tunnel.
how to
It'll start like
properly
with
beat your
snake
wife.
bites.
Like
How to beat your
How to
wife.
properly beat your wife.
Jesus.
Is that on your channel?
no, that is featured on Rob Dulag.
Jeez.
Whoa.
How to beat your wife.
It's called free exposure.
Yeah, there's no such thing as bad exposure. Fuck.
Man, I love this group.
It is confirmed that Rob Dulags does indeed beat his wife and does tutorials on it.
I do not condone what was just said. It was a joke.
I'd like to clarify that I, Ryan Promber, age 20, gender male, do agree with Zach that was indeed a joke. Please don't cast down the power of God upon me.
Rob Dulags, Robert McEwen, does not in fact beat his wife. As far as being confirmed.
Publicly.
Allegedly.
What he does behind closed doors is none of my business, and he, as far as I know, he definitely doesn't do that. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who ever would. Moving on!
You never suspected.
Moving on with that little downturn. So, how's Walmart? I understand that you work there now, big boy.
Bad.
Simple
Whoa.
answer.
You get
Got a little-
first taste
got a
at the
little-
toilet paper?
A little bit of sexual tension right there.
For all of you that can't see this, I just grabbed my man's dick.
Ooh, and I didn't say I didn't like
This is the gay PaPa podcast, if that wasn't clear.
but
It was just homie love.
Homosexual.
Yeah, it's just
Walmart's
homie
been-
love, dude.
Walmart's been pretty good.
Oh, wait.
You know, like I
Also,
got blisters on my feet.
ooh, we have to
Juicy
end
boy.
this podcast in a group prayer. A group PaPa prayer.
A group.
We will come up on the spot with the prayer. I will make a PaPa prayer.
Okay.
When are we doing this?
At the end of the
collusion with
podcast.
us.
Okay, well, Ryan was telling us about a Wally World.
What? I mean,
What's it like not having anyone in there?
well, well, how do I explain? It's pretty like. I wouldn't say it's weird, but it's like, kind of feels comfortable without a lot of people in there.
You don't get
know,
the
like-
Walmart people in
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Like you don't see the fucking weird. Actually, I did see a Walmart person like last night, because like I saw some guy with like a fucking black mohawk. His like rest of his head is shaved, and he had like some fucking like literal like respirator on his mouth, and he wore like this black trench coat, and he was just walking around, like nothing was a big deal, you know. He didn't look like a weird guy.
Ryan thinking of PC things to say.
I didn't want to say anything bad.
Well, I think we've all had some good work experiences, and some of us that haven't worked but have had attempted jobs. What was that veterinarian job that you were gonna get, Joe? What were
Vet
you?
assistant?
Yeah.
Just holding animals while they put them down.
When he told me this in high school, it was the single greatest moment of that day. There's a lot of cool shit that goes on in my life. I swear I'm cool.
Yeah, just want to put down people's dogs.
He goes. I told him, I said, "Dude, you're gonna go on a date." He's like, "Oh, and what do you do for work?" You know, Fido over there. I hold them down while they stick the needle in. Then we throw them in the trash.
I watched life escape their eyes.
You have any idea what a flamethrower does to the human body? Do you, Bert?
It's not the screams that keep me up at night. It's the silence.
Oh, man. And then our boy Poonhound over here. As I understand, he's a garbage man by day.
Yes, I am a garbage man by day and poonhound by night.
The Poon Night.
He takes out the junk in your cans and the junk in your trunk. This man's a multi-purpose tool. But I told him if he ever gets my route, I'm gonna start leaving piss bottles in there just for his enjoyment.
The fuck was that?
What are you talking about?
I heard a bunch of knocking on the window.
It's Monster House all over again.
Just knocking on the window.
Did you hear that?
It's
Yeah.
just a can rolling.
The 14-foot man who lives next door is knocking on the window.
God damn it, Bill. Shut up, motherfucker.
I got long bones.
Ooh, calcium. Well, anybody else got anything to talk about for today?
Well, I mean, we gotta wait for his prayer. I mean,
Well, that's what I'm saying. So we
Next week, I want to talk about the issue that put the Dunkirk High School in like a little crisis for about a week, with the entire locker room smelling like
oh,
piss.
Oh yeah.
oh, I got a couple high school stories I want to talk about too.
I got a couple high school stories I can talk
It
about.
was the high school episode.
Yeah, next episode will be a high school episode. How about that, folks?
Yeah, I released a wild boar into the high school. Wasn't a senior prank or anything. Just did it for the giggle.
I didn't really giggle. You know who should get it on that is Eric Baumgartner.
Oh God! Oh,
He's got
no
quite
doubt.
a few fucking. This man is a fucking public menace.
Oh, I can tell you a couple of things me and Eric have done.
Oh boy. Why don't we save it for next
Yeah,
podcast?
we'll save it for next.
We're 53 minutes in.
That's a pretty
I
sizable.
think we got a lot done today. I'm pretty proud of us.
What's your prayer, Lucas?
I'm figuring it out.
He's trying to figure something out. So shall we?
continue.
Do 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 do.
You know what we can talk about?
What?
Women's suffrage.
Women's suffrage?
Yeah, they're suffering. Gotta end their suffering.
That's not what suffrage is. Women got their suffrage, buddy. That's voting.
Did they suffer enough?
I'm sure that there are a lot of women suffering, and we need to do something about that.
So we gotta end it.
We got.
What the fuck?
It's a can on the fucking roof.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yes, that's right, folks. There's a can on my
To the
roof.
homeless man camping under roof.
God damn it, Bill.
Stop throwing your natty daddies down.
I'm trying to record a podcast.
God damn it.
I'm trying.
Try. I can tell a story if you'd like. I can take some time. I could give them the drunk story of when it was both a frat party and a birthday party for one of the frat brothers. It was a good time. It was the first time I had ever had jungle juice.
Jungle juice.
Yeah, that's
What is that?
You don't know what jungle
I don't. I'm.
Jungle juice is it's a fun drink. You take basically any alcohol you have laying around, and you mix like Gatorade or juice in there, and
That's it?
That's your jungle juice. But you get like a fucking like Home Depot, or you know like when you had like a birthday party or some shit, and you could get those McDonald's like big things of the orange shit.
Yeah.
Those coolers. Get one of those or any sort of container. Just that large though. It's never a small amount, and it's a dangerous amount of liquor. So I go to this frat party. I'm already pretty well known at this frat, and one of the brothers is having a birthday party. So he went all out. He paid the guys money to go get some good liquor, and by good he meant lots of cheap liquor and juice. Now, I had never had jungle juice, so I never knew how dangerous it was. I always heard warnings. But I'm drinking on this. I have about 4 cups. And then all of a sudden one of the guys is just like, you might want to slow down on this. I was like, what are you talking about? There's not that much alcohol. And they're just like, oh, really? He proceeds to walk me over and show me all the alcohol they put in this. And there's just fucking bottle after bottle.
It's just mumbling to himself laughing.
I'm trying to figure out this fucking prayer. I have finished the prayer.
Okay, well,
Continue.
I'll finish this story.
Continue.
And mind you, this weekend that I went out, it was also parents' weekend, so parents would come up to the college and see their kids. My parents were staying at a motel, and they said, tomorrow morning we're going to go out to this place, Destiny USA. It's like a really big mall in Syracuse. So, anyway, back to the part where he shows me the alcohol. I'm just like, oh, fuck. And as soon as I see it, that is when I realize, oh no, I'm fucked. So basically, the end of the story goes on to me blacking out for the rest of the night and waking up on the 3rd floor of this frat house on a leather couch, like a casting couch, with a giant fucking trash can next to me. This guy's just watching me sleep. He's just like, oh, good morning. Just like, hi. He's like, guys want me to make sure that you weren't going to like choke on your vomit or anything like that. I'm like, okay. All I remember from that night is getting thrown into a bathroom to puke in a sink, and they're just going, let it all out, buddy. Let it all out. I was like, yeah! And so my parents, it's probably about 7 in the morning, because I asked the guy, I was like, hey, what time do you got? He's like, 7 a.m. He's like, fuck, I can't sleep when I'm hungover. So I just wake right the fuck up. So I then proceed to get an Uber, and the only Uber available on a Sunday morning is this guy who is a church fuck. And he's lecturing me, just like, oh yeah, I know you kids are out here. Luckily you have a good Samaritan going around. He's like, well, lati fucking da, toot your own fucking horn, motherfucker. Just get me to Riggs Hall. And he's just like, well, you have a good day after I get out. I'm like, front desk guy sees me just like, and I get on the elevator, go upstairs. Joe wasn't there for that weekend. I am just so hot from just being dehydrated. I am laying on the floor because it's the only stable thing I have in my life at that moment. My parents messaged me. My parents messaged me.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked. I was spinning and dizzy and just like, just chugging down water like a champ. And my parents call me around 11. They wake me up and my mom's like, hey, good morning. I was like, huh? And she's like, how are you doing? Are you ready to go? I was like, what time is it? 11. The time that we said we'd go. It's like, yeah, give me a few minutes. Come on down. And I'm getting ready, and it's the single most difficult task I have ever done, because I'm just like, I'm still spinning. I want to die. I have a headache, and everything's too bright. I finally get ready to go downstairs. My dad knows immediately, as soon as I step outside, that I'm hungover as shit. My mom's just like, oh, are you okay? You look sick. I'm just like, I think I am. So we're marching through, this is like top 10 like biggest malls in the U.S.
Destiny USA.
I call it the Syracuse Death March, because my God, I'm going through there. My mom's like, "Why are you being so like angry and stuff?" It's like, Mom, you don't understand. I'm just very sick right now. So she finally goes into a shoe store. My dad pulls me aside. He's like, "What the fuck happened?" I said, "What are you talking about?" "What the fuck happened?" And I was like, "Okay, so blah blah blah." I tell him the whole story. He's like, "Haha, well, be nicer to your mother, and shut up." Okay, Dad. So that day went great, but before we went out to Syracuse Mall, I just remember this. We stopped at this one place, Garofalo's. It's a fucking great Italian sandwich shop, dude. But for some reason, my hungover ass said, I want fucking a tuna sandwich.
You asshole.
Yeah.
Who the fuck goes to an Italian fucking shop? Give me the tuna sandwich.
Me. Because, like, dude, I want some fucking mayonnaise. Plus, so I get that, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm gonna fucking puke. My mom's like, you aren't eating your sandwich. I'm just like, I'm good. So my dad just like, here, have roast beef, asshole. And just passes me mine. He takes mine. I'm like, okay. I'm eating this thing. It's like, oh my God, this is so much better.
Can we, do you remember the time when you had us all come over to your house that one night and we went to go play TK Laser?
That's
think
a
that-
story for next time.
And I think that's a good story for next time.
I was going to say, should we save it?
I would like to add, I do love when Zach comes back to the dorm and he's like either half drunk or he is drunk and he's like, "Hey Joe, you want a sub?"
You want? I have had so many drunk conversations that I don't remember with Joe, and I know that they're all fucking wholesome as shit.
They are.
And I remember that day they told me, just like, you were offering me a sub and stuff. I was like, I was. I said, I must have been drunk offering food.
It was just the greatest moment ever.
At this time, Joe was still with his girlfriend. So how do you back?
Oh,
Yes.
that's tough.
Whoa.
Yes.
I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but she would be there, and I remember she told me, she was like, yeah, no, when you come in here, it's just you look at your bed, you hop in, and just like fall in basically, and I just hear. And apparently I talk in my sleep too.
Yeah, Zach randomly said "fuck" in the middle of his sleep.
Fuck!
It scared me because he was like, I thought he was talking to me. I'm like, I wasn't talking.
That or the time that I told her, get out.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was weird.
I have such rising hate for somebody being in my room that's not paying for the room. So I'm just like, get out
In
in
his
my
sleep.
sleep. And they just thought it was the funniest shit. I was like, even my unconscious self doesn't want you here. It's a good time.
Man. Good.
But we got this prayer queued up.
Yes, I have the prayer. Do you want to interlock hands?
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
My hands aren't moist.
Yes, they are, you lying sack of shit. Oh, okay. Our Papa, who art in Ratzi,
Who art in Nazi?
how they be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy Papa squad,
Thy Papa squad.
thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
Who is in Walmart and will not be in heaven.
Who is in Walmart and will not be in heaven.
Give us our Pepsi Blue
Give us our Pepsi Blue.
and forgive us for our trespasses,
And forgive us for our trespasses.
as we shall never forgive Rob Two Legs.
As we shall never forgive Rob Two Legs.
And lead us into Papa Heaven,
And lead us
Into Papa Heaven.
but deliver us from Pigman Road.
But deliver us from Pigman Road.
For thy is the Papa squad,
For thy is the Papa squad.
the power and glory,
The power and glory.
forever and ever.
Forever and ever.
Shut up, Mike.
Shut up, Mike.
Amen.
Amen.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you in the next episode. And just a reminder, shut up, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Hey. Shut up, Mike.